In this video we'll be looking at a top 5 most haunted places in India. Even if you don't believe in ghosts, these places and their stories make for a fascinating interesting to listen. People who visit these places often come back with their own experiences of either having witnessed or felt something, or just having a ghostly feeling but not really seeing anything. We have compiled a list of the 5 most haunted places in the India that can seriously make you scare. So let's get started. Number 5 is Ramoji Film City, Hyderabad. Ramoji Film City is a major tourist attraction in Hyderabad, and some of the most evergreen films have been shot in this place. So what makes this place spooky? Legends believe that Ramoji Film City was built on the battleground of the Hyderabadi Nizams. There have been reports of people falling down from great heights while taking care of lighting or while performing stunt scenes. Actresses who have worked on films in the Ramoji Film City have also reported mysterious happenings inside their green room, with their clothes being torn or food being eaten. The spirit of the Nizam soldiers are believed to haunt whoever comes to Ramoji Film City, and people have recorded instances of Urdu words being written on the walls and the mirrors. This place is certainly not for the faint-hearted, as it is sure to haunt the spirit in you. If you are someone who doesn't mind exploring the supernatural side of India, Ramoji Film City should top your list. Number 4 is Bangar Fort, Rajasthan. Bangar is perhaps one of the most haunted places in India. It is in Rajasthan and has been declared an unsafe place to visit at night, even by the government. The Archaeological Survey of India, or Body, has even put up a sign outside Bangar Fort to warn tourists and locals alike to not enter its premises after sunset and before sunrise. Even though the government may not openly acknowledge the presence of any supernatural power here, the board says it all and is enough proof that there is something that should not be played with. The reason for the Bangar Fort being dilapidated is due to a curse. There are 2 famous stories associated with it. The first one states that Baba Balanath, who lived in close vicinity to the fort, announced that he did not want any other architectural structure to be built higher than his own house. Anyone not following this condition would be cursed with misfortune and downfall. But the king did not pay heed to his requests, and just as the curse had suggested, Bangar Fort reached its present-day state. Another story is that there was a wizard who was in love with the princess of the fort. He prepared a magic potion and mixed it with the perfume that the princess used to lure her towards him. Just after she used her perfume, she learned of the wizard's evil intentions. Hence, she used the very same potion on a boulder. Considering that the potion would attract anything and everything to the wizard, the boulder attacked the wizard, leading to his death. When he was breathing his last, he cursed Bangar Fort of facing extreme destruction. Rightly so, the Mughals had invaded Bangar Fort a few years later. It is believed that the spirits of these people still haunt the fort, which is why nobody is allowed to enter it from dusk to dawn. Number 3 is Kuldhara Village, Rajasthan. This is one of the most famous haunted places in India and is located in the colorful state of Rajasthan. Although Rajasthan is colorful in itself, the history of the Kuldhara village is not so colorful. According to stories as narrated by the locals of Rajasthan, a powerful community of Paliwal Brahmins used to live in Kuldhara village about 200 years ago. The local king's minister, Salim Singh, was considered a brute and an alcoholic. Not only did he levy heavy taxes on the villagers, but also wanted to get married to the Kuldhara village chief's daughter. Upon hearing this, all the villagers abandoned the village overnight and fled. But just before they left the village, they cursed that anyone who inhabited the Kuldhara village would end up with a huge misfortune. This is the reason that till today no one has set up their livelihood in this village. To understand if the village is actually haunted, the Delhi Paranormal Society decided to stay in the village for one night. To their utter horror, they recorded instances of spirits roaming around on their devices and also felt someone tap their shoulder even though there was no one around. This was enough to make them believe that Kuldhara was indeed haunted. Number 2 is the Three Kings Church, Goa. Goa is the party capital of India and is a popular tourist destination for foreigners as well. The smallest state in India is as much known for its wild fun as it is for its beaches and churches. While the Goan landscape is lined with fishing villages, palm trees and beaches, there are some hidden spooky tales here too. The beauty of Goa may leave you mesmerized, but these stories will send a chill down your spine. 3 Portuguese kings earlier ruled Consalam, a small village in Goa. The 3 kings used to be envious of each other about who was the superior one. They finally decided to settle the issue. This was when one of the kings invited the other 2 kings for dinner to discuss the matter. But he had poisoned the meals of the other 2 kings, and upon consuming the food, both of them died. Afraid that he might get beaten up by the villagers, he drank the poison himself and died on spot. When the villagers barged into the house, they found the bodies of the 3 kings and decided to bury them inside the 3 kings' church. If you plan on visiting the church, make sure you head back before dusk. Locals believe that the supernatural presence of the 3 kings is felt even today, which is why nobody takes the route of the 3 kings' church in Consalam. The 3 kings' church is in South Goa in the Consalam village. You will not find many tourists here, and there is usually dead silence in the night. Number 1 is the Dao Hill, Kursung, West Bengal. Dao Hill in Kursung is a hill station which is located close to Darjeeling. Although hill stations are beautiful, there are some stories which will send a shiver down your spine. Dao Hill is in fact well known for being one of the most haunted places in India. If you happen to visit this place, get ready to experience supernatural adventure. You can take the help of a local to understand the kind of horror stories which has haunted people for a long time. The locals have reported incidents of a headless boy and a sari-clad lady roaming around in the dense forest. Dao Hill is also home to Victoria Boys High School. You might hear from some of the locals that they have heard shrieks or voices of children laughing even when the school is closed during the summer holidays. If stories are to be believed, these are the spirits of children, and it is recommended that you do not visit this place after sunset. Is this spooky enough for you? Do you agree with our list? Join the discussion and let us know in the comments what you think. Please like, subscribe and share if you like this video, and let us know which top 5 things you would like to see in next video. Your support is very important for us to keep you entertained. Thank you and see you in the next video.